thanks to our 50,000 subscribers! Domo everyone, お元気ですか?
ゆなです。
Nori desu. Today's video is a bit different from the other ones. It's going to be very interesting and fun to watch.
So make sure to stay tuned until the end.
Let's 始めましょう.
First of all, thank you all so much for following and watching our content.
Thanks to all your support, we've managed to reach 50,000 subscribers.
We'll continue to do our very best to make fun and educational Japanese content.
And I hope you continue to join us as we reach 100,000, 500,000, or even 1 million subscribers.
Whoa!
So for all of you who've joined us on this journey so far, we want to do a quick introduction about ourselves.
I don't think we've done anything like this so far.
No, we haven't. So it'll be a good opportunity for everyone to get to know more about us.
Okay then, shall we? First is our names and our birthdays.
Okay, so the key information about ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. So do you want to start off as to what your name is and what your birthday is?
Okay, sure. My name is Yena, and my birthday is... Do you know my birthday?
Oh, me? But I did know it, but then it's kind of like slipped my mind.
Disappointment.
Yeah, let me try and guess. So I think you are a summer baby.
He got that right. I mean,
summer baby.
It's kind of definite because, is it because I'm hot? Woo, it is getting hot here.
So you are a summer baby.
I am a summer baby.
You are a summer baby.
I am a summer baby.
So you're a summer baby. I'm thinking July the 3rd.
I don't know. Yeah, and it's not close. Okay, bye. All right, I'll just go on to my birthday anyways.
Right.
My birthday is August 24th, and I'm a Virgo, if that even matters.
Yeah, those of you who look into star signs and stuff, you might be interested.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Then should I go?
Yeah, sure, please
Right, so my name is Nori, so it's like the seaweed, Nori.
Nori.
And my birthday is, do you want to guess mine? Since you gave me so much stick for not knowing yours.
Well, I think you're a winter baby for sure because you're such a cold man.
Yeah, because I'm so cool. Cold.
C-O-L-D.
Anyway, yes, so a winter baby, okay.
It's a winter baby?
Right.
Honestly, I don't even know. February? February? 23rd.
23rd. Ooh, no.
I'm so sorry. When's your birthday?
My birthday is September the 2nd.
You know what? I'm so sorry that my guess, my answer was totally different.
Yeah, at least my guess was, 1 month apart from your birth month. July and August.
I'm just so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. September, right?
Yeah.
Our birthdays are close.
Yay! So happy.
So what's your zodiac sign?
So I'm actually a Virgo as well.
You're a Virgo too? No way.
But probably a better Virgo then.
Guys, wait, you're a Virgo? I can't believe it.
Why?
You know what? I don't believe in zodiac signs anymore.
So, where are we from though?
Where are we from?
Where are we from? Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Korea, guys. I'm full Korean. And I used to live in the States though. So as soon as I was born, and after a year or two, I moved to America with my whole family.
Okay.
I went to the USA, specifically California.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in LA for 8 years.
Right.
Yeah, during my childhood, and then came back to Korea, finished high school, and then came to Japan.
Ah, I see. Okay, right. So Yena is a Korean name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
okay.
my name is Yena. I use it for my English and Japanese name too. So it's just a global name.
Right, it's a global name. How cool. Yeah.
So my name is from Korea, and I am Korean. I'm from Korea, guys.
You said that you spent 8 years in the States and then you moved to Korea. How did you keep up your English? Did you go to an international school or did you just continue to speak English in your personal life or?
So for my middle school and high school, it's not that it was an international school, but the whole curriculum of what we study or how we study was based on America's education.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So most of the things that we learned were in English actually, but it was a bit ambiguous, what I'd say.
Okay, so it's a bit of Korean, but then also a bit of
English as well. And
Right.
I have a sister, but the two of us were more comfortable with English when we talk to each other. So
okay.
I think that's how I just kept up with my English, I think, too.
Ah, I see. And then you came over to Japan because you wanted to learn Japanese.
Rather than that, my university here in Japan, it's an international university, and I came here for that like multicultural environment. But I just came here for the school because the school ended up being in Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you? Where are you from?
Okay, so I'm actually from the UK. So
I mean, honestly, that was kind of obvious because he has a pretty strong British accent.
Oh, do I? Yeah, so my parents are both Japanese. So my parents are from Japan and they moved to the UK quite a while ago. So I was born in the UK and then I grew up there, went to primary school, middle school, high school, university.
Whoa.
So I went through all of that. And then I moved to Japan for work after I graduated from university. So I joined a company in the UK, but they happened to have an office in Japan.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of transitioned because they knew that I spoke Japanese as well. So I came to Japan on an internship. So I was only meant to stay in Japan for like 6 months. After that I was going to go back to the UK.
Oh, really?
But then one thing led to another and then here I am 6 years in Japan.
Whoa.
Right.
So you lived in the UK more than you lived in Japan, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. So like I am Japanese but like inside like I'm not very Japanese.
So you're more used to, the UK culture rather than the Japanese culture?
I would say so, but like because in my household, like I would still speak Japanese to my parents. I would speak English to my brother.
Yeah.
But we would go through all the Japanese cultures, and it's pretty much a traditional Japanese house.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like I did know about the culture and all of that stuff as well. So it's like a good mix between the two.
All right. So we could think of you as like a half-half.
Half mainly, but in terms of like personality, I don't think I'm very Japanese.
Yeah, me too.
When did you actually start learning Japanese? Did you start when you came over for university or did you start quite recently?
All right, so as you said, I did start learning Japanese after I came to Japan. So when I started university.
Right.
So currently at this point, it's my 3rd to 4th year learning Japanese and using it more practically. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's my 3rd year living in Japan because during COVID, I wasn't in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back to Korea, took online classes and stayed home. So I didn't have that many opportunities to learn Japanese fully because I couldn't practically use it. So yeah, it's like my 3rd to 4th year studying Japanese. Yeah, I'm still in the journey of learning the new language.
So thinking that you studied Japanese for 3 to 4 years, I think your Japanese is pretty good, or at least like in terms of like speaking. I'm not sure about your reading, writing, and listening.
So honestly speaking, my speaking and listening skills compared to my reading and writing skills, they're pretty high and these are pretty low.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since kanji is a very difficult part of learning the language, I struggle it too. A lot of people are like, oh, if you're Korean, isn't kanji like easy or grammar and everything? It is, but like a lot of people in Korea, they learn kanji when they're in elementary school. As I told you, my school was like an American curriculum.
I see.
And I lived in the States before, so I skipped all those important parts of learning kanji. So it's a bit different. It's a disadvantage that I have. Yeah, that's why I still struggle too.
So like you're also on this Japanese learning journey as well. Okay, okay.
Then for you, you said you've stayed in the UK way longer than you've lived in Japan.
Right.
When did you actually start learning Japanese?
Well, actually for me, because like in my household, I would speak in Japanese to my parents.
Right.
So I think I was able to speak Japanese and English from when I was little. I don't really remember kind of like actually, learning how to read and write the hiragana and so on.
So like not technically sitting down and studying, but like naturally getting it from everyday daily life.
Right. But because like the school I went to was, it was standard British school, we had this thing called Hoshuko, which is like a Japanese language school on Saturdays. It's a place where you study Japanese for 3 hours at a Japanese language school on Saturdays. Right, so that's where I would kind of pick up the kanji and like look through all the Japanese texts and figure out more
see,
of the reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and interact with like friends from like Japan and also like people who are similar to me, like Japanese born and raised in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's like a great community because that's how I learned Korean too.
Oh yeah.
In America, we have those like Saturday schools where you learn the language.
Oh, so you went to one of those as well?
Yeah, I wasn't that fluent in Korean too before moving to Korea. But anyways, those help a lot, right? So your Japanese is overall native level, right?
It is, but the business level Japanese is a whole different story.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So that's something I had to learn on the job. So like when I came to Japan and started working, I was saying stuff like ore.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was saying like ore wa, and then they were like, no, you shouldn't, no, stop. So yeah, like there was all of that, so I had to learn the business level Japanese and the keigo, and also like technical terms as well, because you don't learn that in everyday life.
Right,
like, technical terms to say so and so. So that a lot of that I learned as I went along. So now I'm pretty comfortable in both.
Right. So if we were to grade our Japanese from N5 to N1, where do you think you'd be?
That's a difficult one because I've never actually taken the test, so I don't know what it's like. I would say like maybe an N2.
No, you're better than N2 for sure. I know that because
Okay, so I'm N awesome. Then what about you?
Me, alright. So honestly, I'm around N2 or N1. I'm in between N2 and N1. So I'm an N2 going towards N1.
Okay, working towards N1.
Yeah, so I'm like moving up.
Right, so enough about studying and Japanese and all of that stuff. More about us. What about some of your hobbies? Like what do you like to do when you're not teaching Japanese or studying Japanese?
Right. Well, should I start?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So for me, I know that I wrote this in the profile for every video that we have, but I love binge watching Netflix.
Okay.
I love watching movies. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I love singing and dancing.
Singing and dancing?
Yeah,
right.
I like singing and dancing. It's a very loud hobby. But
What, is that just by yourself or with
No, by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what she does.
I can't call it a hobby, but I mean, everybody loves singing.
Yeah, I mean,
dancing.
like, I can't sing, so I don't sing in my house. But, like, I dance.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, me too. So that's what I really like, listening to music, and also fangirling. So like I really like K-pop too as well.
Okay.
So like supporting this particular group and member that I really like, my bias, is my second identity.
Oh, mysterious identity. Well, not so mysterious because it's just all out in the open.
It is.
She never stops talking about it. So,
Right, I don't. So everybody around me just knows that I love fangirling, I love K-pop, and I'm just a person who loves music in general. Everything related to my hobby is rather about movies or music.
Okay.
Enough about me. What about you, Nori?
So the main thing that I do is draw art, make art.
This art is good, guys. Really, it is.
Yeah, it is. Right, so I draw on the side. So that's probably what I spend most of my time doing. But other than that, I like to cook. So I've been cooking for a very long time, so I like to cook all different types of cuisines. So yeah, because I love eating too. So like I think they go hand in hand. So cooking and eating.
Yeah, I've actually seen Nori's lunchboxes, and his like lunchboxes look amazing. They look really good. So I mean, I think that it's kind of proved that you're a great artist and a cook.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you so much.
I'm not as mean as you to criticize your art and food, but no, but really it is really good. So.
Right. Thank you. Outdoor activities like going hiking. I did like working out as well. But since the pandemic and everything, I stopped going to the gym. So all of that is gone. But yeah, so those are basic hobbies of mine.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you. So we've had a lot of questions about this in the comments, but a lot of people ask us why we started this StudyIn Daily Japanese channel.
We have a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, and a TikTok account. So for those who didn't know, or who want to go check it out, we'll leave it in the description box below.
So bringing it back to why we started the channel, though, why are we, teaching Japanese on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube? So the main reason is because Japanese is such a difficult language, right? And just like looking at the textbooks, some of the textbooks are very old-fashioned, so it's you lose motivation to kind of read through the textbook and kind of understand the language, and because 3 alphabets, come on. Right, so it's quite overwhelming. So we want to make it more accessible to everyone. So some people are just interested in the culture, right? So they're just interested in the culture and they want to learn a bit of Japanese, but still, they can't get it fully into it because it's so difficult, right?
It is.
And then you have the more keen learners who are, studying very hard and taking the JLPT, studying for the N5 all the way up to the N1, right? So we do have a really vast range of people learning Japanese. And I think like the Japanese culture, after coming here and living here in Japan, after living in the UK for so long, like there's a lot of good things about Japanese culture, and it'll be really cool if you guys can all kind of come to Japan, and those of you who admire Japan, come to Japan and actually live here and study here and all of that. And of course, in order to do so, you need to be able to speak the language. Right? So by kind of making these fun contents for you to even, gain a little bit of an interest to the Japanese language, it'll be awesome. Okay.
So our YouTube channel's concept and our whole account concept is dive into Japanese together. So we're diving into Japanese. It's a huge challenge. We all know that it's going to be difficult. But still, as Nori and I both experienced learning Japanese as a second or a third language, we know the struggles and we've been through it too. We sympathize with you and we feel you. So with our experience, I thought that it would be much more beneficial to actually share the struggles we've had and make it more fun, exciting, and more interesting to learn the language, rather than having it being a boring language to just sit down and learn.
Exactly, and there is that hurdle that everyone has to go over, right? And it's hard for us as well to come up with content because we are still learning as well. We are still learners of the Japanese language.
For sure.
So we do have a lot of fun making content and kind of like figuring out the Japanese language in order to make it fun and entertaining for everyone to watch. Yeah, we really appreciate all of you for kind of sticking around and watching the content and commenting and sending us love because it really inspires us to keep on going.
It motivates us more, right? Like you guys are the reason we're actually doing this.
Right, exactly. So that was a quick introduction about us, and we haven't really done a self-introduction until now, really, like a proper one. So it would be nice for you guys to like get to know us a little bit better.
And I hope you had fun watching it.
Yeah, and we'll probably be doing another introduction once we reach another milestone. So yeah, please stay tuned.
As always, if you liked our video, don't forget to press that like button and to subscribe to our channel, guys.
This is it for today, and we'll see you in the next video.
Jamatane!
Thank you to our 50,000 subscribers! Subscribers.